We received an inquiry from a client who had just bought a farmhouse with a Victorian tiled floor close to Jodrell Bank near the village of Goostrey. Jodrell Bank is a few miles north of Holmes Chapel and famous around the world for the nearby Jodrell Bank Observatory, which is an astrophysics centre and part of the University of Manchester. On restoring the farmhouse, the client discovered a Victorian tiled floor hidden under their hall carpet and wondered if it was worth saving. I rang the client up to arrange a day to do a test clean and talk through the process of restoring the floor. Turns out the floor was looking washed out and there were a few tiles that would need replacing. I went over to survey the floor and complete a test clean, which worked out well. Certainly, the client was happy with the result and could now see the floor's potential, so a date was arranged to start work. The first job was to cut out the damaged tiles and replace them. This was done using spare tiles I had been saving over the years for replacements, and they were fixed using rapid set tile adhesive, which meant I was able to start cleaning the floor after 2 hours. To get the years of ingrained dirt out of the tiles, I used Tile Doctor Acid Gel, which is a blend of phosphoric and hydrochloric acids in a gel form, so it stays on top of the tiles and does not run off. This was left to dwell for a good 10 minutes before scrubbing the floor using a weighted floor buffer fitted with a 200 grit resurfacing pad. A little water was used to lubricate the resurfacing pad and dilute the acid gel, which helps stop efflorescence, which is often a problem with floors of this age. The solution soon turned into a dark slurry, which was then removed using a vet vacuum. The next step was to repeat the process using more water and a 400 grit burnishing pad, which refines the surface after the application of the coarser 200 grit pad. After more rinsing and extracting, the floor was wiped using a microfiber cloth and then left to dry out overnight, so it would be ready for sealing the next day. The next morning, I took a couple of moisture readings with a damp meter to make sure the floor was dry and ready to seal. The results were good, so 3 coats of Tile Doctor Seal and Go Extra were applied using a clean microfiber cloth, rubbing in circles to blend the polymers together to leave a semi-sheen to the floor. I chose Seal and Go Extra due to the fact that it's a breathable sealer that will cope with any moisture rising through the floor. This is an important consideration with old floors, as they don't have a damp-proof membrane installed under the floor. The client was very satisfied with the restoration. It looked better than they had expected, and of course a lot nicer than the previous hall carpet. I recommended they should use Tile Doctor Neutral Tile Cleaner to maintain the floor, which is pH neutral and will ensure the longevity of the seal we had applied.